everybody, welcome back to another episode from Carl's Cycle Supply. Today we're going over this beautiful 1947 Harley Davidson FL model. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to this YouTube channel.
Today's video is about this awesome 1947 FL that we just finished for a friend in Iowa. This bike is very cool. It is a nice project that my father purchased from a family friend who wanted to sell it, and we ended up just kind of sitting on it and having it for a while, and then another friend mentioned wanting a 47 and he ended up buying it. It looked very much like it does right now. It did not have saddlebags, and it was painted a metallic blue color. It just looked like a nice old repainted bike. We found an original paint front fender and then had one of our friends match the paint on the tanks, dash, and rear fender, and then just kind of made everything cohesive. So a lot of people ask if I like restored bikes or original paint bikes, or what my favorite thing to do is. Working in a shop on these all the time, and I don't really have a good answer. I really like bikes that are like this. I like bikes that are restored and then beat up and fun. I like them all. But what's really cool about this thing is that the bike has so many awesome, nice, original condition parts. Original seat, original saddlebags, original paint headlight and tail light, handlebars, crash bar, frame, fork, all this stuff. It's all really nice condition, original pieces. With all this stuff being really nice and original, it's still from 1947. So we had to take the bike completely apart, rebuild the transmission, rebuild the engine, check out the frame, check the trueness on the wheels, re-grease everything in the hubs, and go through the handlebars, the electrics, everything, because you just got to be thorough. The fork was really nice. It didn't need any straightening. The handlebars, one was a little lower than the other, and that was easy to fix. The frame had an old repair where the bottom rails went into the seat post cross member, and I cut that apart and kind of inspected it, and the tubes had been welded off center of where they were originally, so we got everything lined up and re-welded them, and then the top motor mount was also broken on the frame. So we fixed that, matched the paint and blended the paint in, and then everything just fell together. It is all from 1947, which is 77 years old right now while we're recording it. But, you know, it still had use, it still had miles, and it still needed a lot of help. We dimensionally restored everything, cosmetically. It was very important to make it look like it's all been together for its whole life, and just make a nice, cohesive, awesome motorcycle that you can hop on and ride anywhere. Before we came into our little filming room, we fired it up outside and it started on the first kickflip, 2 notches on the choke. Right now in South Dakota, it's January, and I think the temperature outside is 15 degrees, so that's pretty extreme. That's a testament to how nice these things can be when they're set up right. And I can't wait to ride this thing in the spring and put some braking miles on it. So here's the right side of the bike. This is everybody's favorite side because seeing the rocker boxes and that it's a knucklehead. This is a mid 47 FL, which means it's a 74 cubic inch, 1200 cc. It's in a bull neck frame, offset fork, offset standard bars, which are very rare. This is the last year of a knucklehead and kind of the most evolved one that they made. There's a lot of great things about these bikes, not really any bad things to say about them. It's the first year of the Tombstone taillight, first year of the Loctite saddlebags, first year of these tank emblems, first year of this dash. It has a 1-year only speedo. You know, we've done a lot of red 47s. We've never done one like this, where it's mainly original paint on the chassis, original paint front fender, and then match the rest of the bike to it. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I'm so happy that we did this rather than just restore the whole thing, or 30 years looking for a set of original paint tanks and a dash and a rear fender. It's a very happy ending to the bike, and there's just so much cool stuff and things to be excited about and happy about. So 47 was the first year for this circuit breaker. It doesn't have a clamp-on band or a guide. Consequently, this mount for your relay is also a first-year feature too. And 47 has a 1-year only relay. So you guys can see what it looks like. It got used into some of 48, I guess, so I guess it's not a 1-year only thing, but it's a very rare part. Something that is a fun topic of discussion is the stock that they made the fender braces out of. Up until 46, all fender braces were the same width. They were all narrow like this. In late 46, they started coming out with wide braces that are another 1/8 of an inch wider than what this is. This is a 47. This fender was drilled for a fender light. It has the factory fender light guide hole back here. It came with the original lower horn mount on it, which came out in 46 and was used all the way through 57 on Survey cars. This is very different from earlier ones because it's curved in here. This fender had always had a 46 and later lower horn mount. It had always had narrow braces, and it had the factory holes for doing a fender light. This fender would have only came on a 47 and an early 47. Just because Harley started using wide braces in late 46 doesn't mean they throw away their stock of fender braces. And you see narrow braces used even up into early 48. It just kind of depended on what they ran out of and what they found in the corners of the factory. So if you look at some 47s, you'll still see some with a narrow brace here or there. That's why we chose to use this fender. The rear fender is the 47 only fender, and it has wide braces on it. And to finish this whole subject, the weirdest fender that I ever saw was an original rear fender that had a narrow main brace that went up here, and then it had wide braces right here. So it's kind of one of those things where you read in a book and you think it's a black and white line in the sand, and then the more you look at bikes and the more you research, the more you see different things. That's my info on that, and thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for watching. If you love old motorcycles, be sure to hit the like and subscribe and share with all of your friends that like old bikes too.